Can you just describe kind of the up and downs of this game? I mean, you guys obviously have the lead most of the night, and then they take the lead, and then the end there.
Yeah, unique game. I liked our start, liked our second period a lot. They got, they took control there in the third, but we, kept plugging away, and big 6-on-5 goal there. Mac makes a hell of a play. For the majority of our game, I liked what we did. We did some really good things. And then, our skill kind of took over there.
The goal that was disallowed, what did you see on that goal that you didn't challenge?
Well, it goes off his hand, so the league looks at it. So, that was a league call.
A lot of games obviously left, but considering the situation, back-to-back, division team, biggest win to date?
Yeah, it's pretty close, I'd say. And the way, like you said, back-to-back. Against a tough team that plays a very tough style of play against, sitting with the coaches in there, it's the first time in my 4 years where there's this emotion in our locker room. It's hard to even put into words of the feeling that we get after that type of game, that emotional win. But there's some real good stuff going on right now. We're definitely making steps in the right direction of where we want to get to as an organization, and credit to the group that they've put in the work. They understand how we want to play. They just stick with it. They don't give up. So, but the feeling in that locker room is pretty special.
Has it become speechless at all, what number 71 does out there?
I mean, he just keeps impressing us and getting better and better. And he took over that game there and, makes a hell of a play on the 6-on-5. He's definitely turning into a superstar right before our eyes, that's for sure.
Speaking of different ways to win, the Kings like to play a more defensive style, and it looked like you guys actually matched them for most of the game. So
yeah.
Is that something that you can take from this game?
Yeah, for sure. I liked what we did. We got a little loose there defensively in the third, but I thought we did a good job of even getting some really good opportunities for a team that defends really well in front of their net. I thought we did some good things to create offense, had some good chances in the second. Power play was good tonight. So, again, something we continue to work on and get better at is defending around our net, but we're doing some good things here.
When you see how good this team has been tonight, do you see if this team can go forwards and climb up through the standings?
Yeah, I mean, I think, anything's possible. We're going to keep getting better, and we'll let you guys talk about the standings and the playoffs, and we'll just focus on us and getting better each and every day, individually and collectively. I sound like a broken record. Don't really look at the standings. We're just going to take it one day at a time and, focus on each day we get. We'll rest up tomorrow, we'll practice Friday, and get ready for Saturday.
When they scored that late goal in the third, to take that lead, it's easy to get frustrated at that point. What can you say about the confidence just coming right back in a minute and tying? Yeah,
again, like I said, we played a pretty good game up to that point. So that was really the message. Hey, we're playing good hockey. Let's just, we got to get, in the offensive zone and hound some pucks and then hold on to it and make some plays. And again, we liked our game for the majority of that, majority of the game. It's just, we got a little loose, and that's what happens. So that's more a lesson for a younger team learning here.
And Eklund, for some time he's having a great game, but just unable to score. So that nice goal at the end, a game winner at the end.
Yeah, Eki was really good again tonight. I thought he was good last night. He's starting to see the guy we saw there in training camp and early in part of the season before his injury. So if we can continue to get him, getting going in the right direction, it's only going to strengthen our team.
Speaking of Macklin,
sat out that homestand there and came back after missing 3 games. What do you thought about his game?
Who's that?
Adam Gaudette.
Yeah, I thought God's was good. Yeah, I thought he had his legs tonight. Obviously, a big goal in the tip. I thought he was good playing center, which he hasn't done a lot of, but I thought he was good tonight.
Speaking of Macklin, and you mentioned how he took it over there, how much confidence does just he individually give your group that you have a guy like that who can take over a shift like that?
Yeah, I think, and you look around the league, I think it's probably with a lot of these special players, right? So, you can hear it on the bench a little bit. Nope, there he goes. So, he drags guys into the fight. That's what I'll say. That makes him, the stuff that he does on the ice and the way he competes, the skills and what he does, his God-given talent is one thing, but the way he drags our players into the fight, that's what special players do, and that's what's most impressive for me.
Some players may not shirk away, but maybe are nervous in the big moment. He seems to eat that up.
Yeah, that's
what do you
ultra competitive. No moment is too big for him, you know, and I know it's early in his career, but he's just the competitiveness that this kid has. You would drop him in Vancouver on a rink with no roof against the Anaheim Ducks, and he'd be ready to play. That's what type of competitor he is, and that's what makes him special.
The fourth line has been a rock for you guys this year, but tonight does seem like they had a tough time, especially with the Fiala line. Why was that a tough matchup for them tonight?
They struggled. You know, they obviously played 11 forwards. We were trying to, you know, I trust that group. You know, I trust those guys to play sound defensively and get to our identity of a team, and they just couldn't get to their game tonight. So, look, it's one game. It's going to happen. For the most part this year, they've been really consistent.
You know, Tyler Toffoli scored that goal, you know, in the second period, the power play goal. But then he had a lot of chances where he just barely missed. So what do you thought about this game? And it seemed like he's getting closer and closer to, you know, how he used to be scoring.
Yeah, Toph was good tonight. I think he likes playing against his former team. I think and his dad's here, so that helps.